विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. Hare Krishna everyone, we are deep diving into this interesting discussion on demigod worship. Why are we doing that? Because in 12th shloka, Krishna is saying, Kangshantaha karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devataha kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. So 4.12 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna clearly has explained who are the kind of people who approach the demigods and worship them. It is people who are desiring to attain certain fruitive results from their karma. Why? Because they know a certain demigod, if done in a proper way, they will kshipram very quickly sanction their desire and they can get the result they are looking for. So last video I stopped at the point, so what is wrong in this picture? What's the issue here? Well, there are several. First of all, let us understand, so whatever desires are getting fulfilled, whatever results we are getting from worshipping the demigod is just an instrument. He or she is not the be all and end all. Lord Ganesha is not the supreme. Mother Parvati is not the supreme. Brahma is not the supreme. Surya Bhagavan is not the supreme. Shani Dev is not the supreme. These are just empowered beings. They are definitely greater than us, but they are not the supreme most. So when they sanction certain results, they are just having a certain quota of power within them, and who is giving them that power? That's why I'm repeatedly saying they are empowered beings. So who is the one who is giving them the power? It is coming from Supreme Lord Krishna. So they are first of all able to give you these results because they are given this power by Krishna. If Krishna has not empowered them thus, they cannot give you any results. So my point here is, with this knowledge, we have to understand, then why should I go to this intermediary person, this demigod? Why can't I just directly approach Krishna? Because anyway, they are getting the power from Krishna himself. So why should I go for, marriage, one devata, for children, another devata, promotion, one devata, money, one more devata, some obstacle has to be removed, some other devata, legal problem, some other devata. Why I should go for one problem to one devata? Why not just directly go to the source of he who is the empowerer of all these demigods also? Why take the shortcut? Why not keep the worship direct and go to the source itself? But now, many a times, the reason why people do not approach Krishna but go via media through all these demigods is this word kshipram. What is it? The devatas will quickly approve. If you do their, whatever quota you have to do, vrata, homa, this, that, whatever, puja, punaskara, they will sanction it. Devatas will give you what you want, whereas Krishna will give you what you need. Let me repeat that. Devatas will give you what you want, but Krishna will give you what you need. That is exactly why many a times Krishna may not give this kshipram siddhim bhavati. Kshipram, he may not be very quick. Sometimes he may not sanction it also. There is a huge difference between wanting something and needing something. Want and need. Want is, I don't care. Whatever these consequences are, I just want it. Just like a stubborn child, all the rotten teeth in the mouth, always having toothache, but doesn't care. He wants to eat a lot of chocolates. So now if this child with all the rotten teeth but has 100 rupees in his pocket goes to the shopkeeper, uncle, give me 100 rupees worth of chocolate, is the shopkeeper going to ask the child, first open your mouth, let me see your teeth condition? Oh, you have so many rotten teeth, I will not give you the chocolate, take your 100 rupees and go back. Will any sensible shopkeeper do this? No shopkeeper will. He is only interested in what? As long as you give me the money, I will give you what you want. He's not going to say, I'm not going to give you cigarettes because it's injurious to your lungs. Somebody is not going to say, I'm not going to serve you alcohol. This is going to ruin your kidneys. He's going to say, as long as you give me the money, I'm going to give you what you want. I don't care whether it's good, bad. I don't care about the consequences. So demigods are also exactly like that. You may go and say, give me this promotion, this, that. But actually that promotion may be very detrimental for you. So many things associated with that, some problems may come. You may not know that. And so many times, so many other things we go and ask for, wish for, desire for, it may not be in the ultimate good for us. It may not be ultimately good for us. It may become so many times obstruction for our spiritual progress. And even materially speaking, it could bring so many problems. But we don't know that. We are not Trikalagnanis like Krishna. So we will simply go and say, make me a millionaire, make me get married to this beautiful girl, and 2 weeks you will understand that that girl only looks beautiful from outside and she's so ugly on the inside with all the evil qualities. Of course, it goes both ways. Sometimes it happens, you married a man for a certain thing and then you realize that he has so many bad qualities. Who knows? But at that point, you went and asked to a certain devata, please make sure that I get married to this person. He should say okay, she should say okay. So you get the point, right? Ultimately, so many things that we are wishing for at the material level may not be ultimately good for us. But just like that shopkeeper who is only interested in money and giving the end product, regardless of the consequences, demigods will not see, oh, if you become a millionaire, you're going to get so proud and you're going to commit so many sinful activities, so I will not sanction you getting millionaire. He's not going to, demigod will not do that. He's simply going to give you what you want, provided it is there in your karma. That is also there. It's not like even demigods can anybody go and they will give. No, it should be, you should be deserving there also, even at the material level. So demigod will just, see what you want and give it if your karma allows you to have it. But Krishna is not like that. How is Krishna not like that? Why is he not like that? All that and more in the next video. Stay tuned. Hare Krishna.